Hello, today I'm going to show you how to create a quiz or assignment using Google Forms. So first things first, let's get to a Google Form. You can access Google Forms by clicking on your waffle and going to your Drive and creating new form from there, or you can scroll down and find Forms. When you click this button, it's going to take you to this page. You can start a new form from blank, or Google has created a blank quiz template. So I'm going to click the template. First things first, I like to change the name of my assignment. You can then add a description, but you don't have to. I then like to go directly to my settings. There's the general, presentation, and quizzes. If we want this to be automatically graded, we're going to go to the quizzes section. Since this is a template, the make a quiz option is automatically toggled. If you were in a blank Google form, you would have to come in and toggle this. You then have the option to turn on locked mode on your Chromebooks. This just makes it so your students are unable to access other tabs while they are taking the quiz or completing the assignment. If you're asking the students to access an article or a YouTube video, I would not turn on locked on mode. Then you can choose when to release the grade. You can do it immediately after each submission if you're choosing question types like multiple choice, drop-down menu, anything that will automatically grade. I would choose later after manual review if you include questions like short answer or paragraph. You then can choose what the respondent can see when they get their auto-graded submission back. I typically unselect correct answers, but you can do whatever you need to do. Then let's go back to general. You need to collect email addresses in order to release grades. You can turn on response receipts. That just means that they will get an email saying that they completed the assignment or quiz. You can choose to restrict it to people within your organization, and I like to limit to one response. When you turn on limit to one response, they can only submit one time, and that's really important if you are in an assignment and your students don't finish the form within the allotted time period. In order for them to save their progress, they must click submit, but you must have limit to one response and edit after submit selected so they can go back in and continue where they left off. If you don't have limit to one response selected and edit after submit selected, they're going to access that Google form again and have to start completely over. In the presentation tab, you can show a progress bar that just shows how many questions they have left, and you can choose to shuffle the question order. In your confirmation message, you can change this. You can say, have a good weekend. You can say, hey, great job. So this template already has a question created for us. In our little sidebar over here, we can add another question. We can import questions from previous quizzes or assignments. We can add a title and description. We can add an image. We can add a video, or we can add sections. So when you're adding your title and description, maybe this is going to be your multiple choice section, or it could just be a story and you're giving them directions within this as well. When you're adding sections, that's going to break up your form into different pages. So if I go into preview here, you will see that I've got our multiple choice section, and then we have a section 2 that our question got put under. So let's get right into creating your questions. I'm going to do question 1. There are many different types of questions you can add. Short answer, paragraph, these are going to have to be created manually by you. Multiple choice, checkboxes, and drop-down, these will be automatically graded by Google Forms. You can ask them to upload a file. Let's say you had them draw a picture. They can take a picture of the picture and then upload it and turn it in digitally here. They can do linear scale, multiple choice grid, or checkbox grid. These are usually for opinion questions. They will not be automatically graded. So I'm going to choose multiple choice. I'm going to add different options. And it's super important that we click on the answer key. The answer key tells Google Form how to grade. You select the correct answer and change your point value. You can have multiple answers that are correct if you want to make that worth 2 points. Just know that if they don't have both of these correct, they will earn 0 out of 2 points. You can duplicate your question here. You can delete your question, and you can make your question required. You can also change your options to include images. Puppy. Maybe option 2 will then be a kitty. And your students will then be able to see the questions with the options. You can also add in an image that they will use to answer several questions. Use this picture to answer. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and preview this again. And you'll see on my section, they now have the options. They have the question 1 with the pictures. And then this one has just the picture overall. If you want question 1 to be able to choose more than one option, you need to choose the checkbox option. That way, when they are in the quiz or assignment, they can select more than one box versus the multiple choice up here, they can only select one. You can also insert a video. Let's say it's going to be a directions video. Okay. And when they're in that quiz now, they can actually watch the video within. So you can reorder your questions however you want them to be reordered. Maybe I want my video to be up here in section 1 of 2, so they watch the video and then can answer the following questions. So once you have this created, you are ready to send it out to your students.